Hello everyone and welcome to my backyard. So I'm sitting down to film a video today because I don't like the way I use social media at the moment, and I watch a lot of YouTube, and I guess I want to put myself out in that space in a way that I've not really done before. So that's why this is a video today, rather than writing some Instagram post and then like meticulously checking it. Instead, I'm gonna spend like 5 hours filming this video and editing it. And so I was in India from mid-March till mid-September last year, 2019, and I was with an agency called BB Models, and the people that run that are Nitin and Sunny and Sam, and they didn't pay me at the end of my contract when they should have. And I kind of want to put that out there because I don't want any other girls to go there, because I've been powerless to get that money from them. Everything was fine about the contract until I got home. So I went in March, and I went with my mum because this all came through online. Like, my mother agency was online. The agency I'd only really met online, so she was really skeptical about it, and yet I was so hell-bent because modelling had not gone well for me to that point. I thought, oh, finally someone's giving me a contract, an overseas international contract. This is my big break. And so I went, but everything turned out really well. The agency there was so lovely to me, and the house was alright. I've heard of worse. The only thing was, coming from Australia, the quality of life is not the same. But yeah, the house was good. I got there in summer, there was lots of cockroaches. Anyway, so I went to my castings. Oh, no, I'm not going to talk about that. I want to save that for another video. I just want to talk about how I didn't get paid. So they paid for everything. They paid for my flight there. They didn't charge me for accommodation. They gave me pocket money every week, which was roughly about 40 Australian dollars, which was enough to cover food while I was there. But I was owed roughly $8,500 Australian at the end of my contract, and I never received it. In my contract it said 45 days after I leave, that's when they'll pay. And when that 45 days came, they just came up with every excuse under the sun. So basically they've got the agency set up that only one person can pay, which is Nitin. Nitin's supposed to pay me, and I don't know if they've set that up on purpose so that Sunny and Sam don't have to take responsibility for their models not getting paid and just go, oh, it's Nitin's fault, it's fine, he'll just wait for him to get back to you. And then Nitin came up with every excuse under the sun. Oh, I've been in hospital. Oh, I had to have dental surgery. Oh, the most recent one was his dad was in hospital, he couldn't pay me. And he always says, I didn't say I won't pay you, but it's now February, which is, I was technically supposed to get paid at mid-October, mid-November, December, January, February. It's been 4 months since I should have been paid, and it's almost been 6 since I left India, and I still have not been paid, which is it's very hard to cope with, especially because when I got back, I didn't have a lot of money. I'd just been living off $40 a week for the past 6 months. And I come home and I've got no money, and no money ends up coming through. So then I end up being quite miserable. I think I'm happy to talk about it now because when I was in that place, I was not proud of letting myself get abused in that way. I really felt used because although everything went alright while I was there, I was not particularly happy there, and I wanted to leave halfway through. But alright, so it cost me a bit of money to get there in the first place because I had to pay for immunisations and my visa, which was almost $500 in itself. So halfway through my contract I thought, I don't really enjoy this, I don't want to be here, I don't enjoy working as a model. And I always thought I would, so that kind of shook my world. But so yeah, I never got my $8,500, which I was really hanging out for because it was the most, I have never worked that hard for that much money before, and to have it all at once, it kind of felt like I didn't deserve it, and that's why I didn't get it. Okay, what I'm trying to say is BB Models in India is a terrible agency. They're so nice to you at first, but then they're not going to pay you. I remember midway through my contract, maybe a month or two in, when things were going really well, I had one girl message me and say, hey, I didn't get paid by BB Models about a year ago, and I was like, oh, thanks, like, good to know. But I didn't really take that advice on board because I was there. I felt like I knew them because I was living with them. Like, I saw them on a daily basis. I was talking to Sunny all the time because he was the one sending me out for jobs, and now that I'm back home, they think they can just write me off. But yeah, so the title of this video is going to be something along the lines of BB Models screwed me over, because I want this to come up in SEO searches, be highly SEO ranked, so that people see this video when they're Googling BB Models, because yeah. And there's not a lot I can do to get this money, because I've tried asking and being polite. That didn't work. I threatened getting a lawyer. That didn't work. I actually got a lawyer, and then they told me that it was going to cost the same, if not more, to fight for the money, and it might not even come. And I'm currently in the process of contacting my the Australian embassy, the Indian embassy in Australia, who gave me my visa in the first place, who I applied for my visa with, to let them know the dodgy practices that they've got going on. But I don't see how they're going to be able to force BB Models to pay me. So yeah, that's my story. And every time someone asks me, oh, how's modelling going? I'm not doing modelling anymore, and I haven't since September. Since I got home, I was, yeah, this has really plagued me for the longest time, because I thought maybe they would come through. Maybe after Christmas, when everything's settled down, it'll come through. And still nothing's happened, and every week it would be, oh, just another few days, let's see if they come through, and just nothing. So yeah, that's it. I do want to make a video about what modelling was like in India and why I don't want to do it anymore, and I don't know, whatever else takes my fancy. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to post this.